In today's video, I'm going to quickly show you how to make the boldest, meatiest, richest vegan gravy ever. This gravy is perfect for your Christmas, your special occasion, or just general roast dinners. Simple to make and packed full of flavor. Let's get straight into it. So the key for making a really rich, beautiful vegan gravy is base flavors. So my base flavors are going to be onions, carrots, leek, celery, garlic, and mushrooms. And I'm gonna roughly chop all those ingredients and throw them into a large saucepan with some oil and cook them and cook them and cook them until they've released all their amazing flavors, all their sweetness, they've caramelized, they've gone golden. And that is gonna be a great base flavor for my gravy. So I'm gonna add a generous pinch of sea salt and black pepper. And as you can see, I didn't peel anything. You don't need to. These ingredients are just here to serve as flavor enhancements. Oh, look at these words I'm using. You just want to get as much color as possible on everything in here. We don't want them to burn, but we want them to get really dark and golden. Add some fresh rosemary as well. Just get loads of color on this. I've actually got a whole Christmas book out, so if you want a copy, I made this a couple of years ago. Click the link below this video and get signed copies delivered to your door as well. Now it's just a waiting game. I'm just gonna wait for these to release all their flavors. And you can make this gravy ahead of time before the big Christmas Day dinner, and you can just leave it in the fridge once it's done and bring it out and heat it up when you're ready to serve. So as you can see here now, we have some lovely color developing on the vegetables and on the pan too. I don't want to take it any further than this because it's going to start to catch and go burnt, and that's going to result in like a bitter gravy. We don't want that. It's now time to add some all-purpose flour, and this is going to help thicken the gravy in the long run, but you add it at this stage to cook out the flour. I'm also going to add some tomato puree at this stage too, just to roast off for a little bit longer. Now it's time to deglaze the pan with some red wine. You can use white wine, you can use cider if you want to keep it alcohol free, use apple juice or more vegetable stock, so I'm adding vegetable stock as well. So I'm going to get that in now, and that's going to deglaze the pan. We'll cook it out for a little bit to get rid of the alcohol and let it bubble away. So I'm just using the red wine to sort of get rid of any bits that have stuck to the bottom of the pan, and that is flavour that we need in this gravy. Fun fact, I actually made this gravy on my YouTube channel, or a similar version of this gravy on my YouTube channel in like the third or fourth video I ever uploaded on YouTube. So it's funny revisiting the recipe, especially when I'm a lot more confident on camera, because back then I was shaking, nervous. Next to the pan, add some soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, fresh thyme and sage. I'm going to throw in a couple more special ingredients. Coffee. So I just brewed up some nice coffee. I'm getting that in too. I recently added that to a shepherd's pie recipe that I put on my YouTube channel with jackfruit, and it worked incredibly well. And some Marmite. Now if you can't find Marmite in your store, if you're not in the UK maybe, use something like miso paste or extra soy sauce will do. God, this stuff is so sticky. It's got so much umami, and that's what this gravy needs. How does that smell, guys? Sensational. So now I'm going to deglaze the pan with some vegetable stock and give it a good mix up. And now it's starting to resemble gravy a little bit. And that flour that we added, it looks quite thin now, but that flour that we added is going to help thicken this up. We'll just let this bubble away for about 10 to 15 minutes now. It's time. The gravy has been bubbling away for about 10 to 15 minutes. It's thickened up beautifully. So now we need to pass it through a sieve into another saucepan, and I can check it for seasoning. It's basically ready to serve then. One question you're going to ask me, what can I do with all the leftover vegetables that were used to make this gravy? Now, the majority of the flavour and the texture is just gone from them. But what you could do, you could add them to like a bubble and squeak patty. So leftover Christmas dinner, potatoes and things like that, you can mush it all up and make burgers. I actually made Christmas burgers, and you can add this type of thing into it. You can throw it into soups and things like that too, or make stuffing with it. But the flavour isn't really there anymore. Now, if you want to thicken it even more, just let it reduce down on the stove, or when you're making it, add more flour. But I'm not one of those people that likes that thick, gloopy gravy. I don't know why people like that. It's really weird. This is the consistency your gravy should be. So let's give it a little taste anyway. Perfect. Now, just a little bit of pepper. Just want a little bit of heat. And I've made a little mini roast dinner to serve it with, featuring my best ever vegan roasties and brisket that I made on my YouTube channel recently. So let's get this gravy served up. Oh, look at the color, look at the consistency. That is fantastic. And look at that, no mess. I'm getting better. And there is my best ever, richest, meatiest vegan gravy. Let's get it over the roast dinner. This potato has got a lot of gravy on it. So rich, so powerful. You would not think that's vegan. It tastes meaty. It tastes like you've been cooking this for hours and on end on your stove. That gravy will blow the socks off your guests at Christmas. Please try it. Thanks for watching. I've got some very special videos coming up, so stay tuned. Like, share and comment, and hit the notification bell, and don't forget Christmas books on my website. See you soon.